Welcome to OmniDental Podcast. Today we're doing a deep dive into something really interesting, I think, the powerful link between having a smile you love and your psychological well-being.
It really is fascinating.
We'll be looking at insights, thinking about how your smile, its appearance, can, impact things like your confidence, stress, even your social life and health.
Yeah, it goes way beyond just how you look. It taps into something deeper, sort of fundamental about how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world.
Absolutely. And the first thing most people probably think of is self-confidence, right? It just feels connected.
Oh, definitely. That's a really strong connection.
If you're happy with your smile, you just, feel a bit more ready to put yourself out there.
That's spot on. Having a smile you feel good about, it genuinely boosts self-esteem. You're less worried, less self-conscious about your teeth, maybe?
Right.
And that makes a difference. Research actually shows people who are comfortable with their smile are, more likely to jump into social situations, feel okay in different settings. It can really ripple outwards.
And what about how others see us? I read something interesting there, too.
Yes, that's another layer. People who smile more often tend to be seen as more confident, more approachable, too.
So it's like a positive cycle. Feel good, smile more, people respond well, feel even better.
Exactly that. It feeds itself. And that approachability, that can mean real advantages, socially, even at work. People just warm to confidence and friendliness. A smile signals that right away.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Stress and anxiety, we all deal with that. How does a smile fit in there? I was curious about this part.
Well, this is where the body's chemistry comes in. It's pretty cool, actually.
Oh.
Smiling, the physical act, triggers the release of endorphins. These are like natural mood boosters in your brain.
Endorphins, right, the feel-good chemicals.
Exactly. And they do more than just lift your mood. They can actually help lower your blood pressure, slow your heart rate a bit. So they promote relaxation physiologically.
Wow. So a smile you're happy with isn't just superficial. It can actually be like a mini stress management tool.
In a way, yes. It can genuinely contribute to better mental well-being by helping manage those daily stresses. The act itself can create a sense of calm.
It sends a signal to your brain, maybe.
Precisely. Even just forming the smile can tell your brain, hey, maybe things are okay, and help dial down that stress response. It's simple, but quite powerful.
And it affects more than just us internally, doesn't it? How we connect with others. A good smile seems like an invitation.
Absolutely. It's often called the universal language of friendliness, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
People are just naturally drawn to someone who smiles. It's a signal, a nonverbal cue saying, I'm open, I'm friendly. That can really help strengthen the bonds you already have and make it easier to form new ones.
It's like a social lubricant, almost. If you're not worried about hiding your smile, you can just connect more easily.
It really helps. And that ties right into improving your mood overall. We mentioned endorphins.
Right.
But smiling also helps release serotonin, another key player.
Ah, serotonin. Important for happiness, feelings of well-being.
Exactly. So you get this sort of double whammy of positive chemicals.
And I heard even faking a smile can work. Is that true?
It's a fascinating finding, but yes. Research suggests that even a forced smile, just making the physical shape, can trick your brain into releasing some of those chemicals.
Huh.
So the muscle activation itself seems to send a positive signal. It can lead to a genuine shift in mood, maybe a more positive outlook.
Good tip for a tough day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this next one surprised me a bit. A link to the immune system.
Yeah, this is where you really see the mind-body connection. It's thought that positive emotions, the kind you feel when you genuinely smile, can help reduce stress hormones.
Like cortisol.
Exactly, like cortisol. And cortisol can suppress your immune system. So less cortisol might mean, indirectly, a stronger immune response.
That's incredible, just from smiling more, or feeling good enough to smile more.
It suggests a link, certainly, and it doesn't stop there. There's also evidence connecting smiling to cardiovascular health.
You mentioned blood pressure earlier.
Yes, some studies show smiling can be linked to a temporary reduction in blood pressure and heart rate. Again, it highlights how our emotional state, expressed physically, can have real, measurable effects. It really underlines why feeling good about your smile matters for, your overall health.
So it's genuinely contributing to physical well-being, not just looking nice. Let's dig a bit more into mental health then. Beyond stress, what else?
Well, feeling good about your smile, that baseline confidence, can help lessen feelings linked to, say, depression or anxiety. That steady release of endorphins and serotonin contributes to a more balanced emotional state.
Okay.
And there's even some research suggesting positive emotions might boost cognitive function,
How so?
possibly by increasing blood flow to the brain, better oxygenation, which could, help with things like memory or problem solving.
Fascinating. So feeling better, maybe thinking clearer too. And then there's how society sees us.
Ah, yes. Social perception. That's a big one.
People judge a book by its cover or a person by their smile.
To some extent, yes. It's well documented. People with smiles generally seen as attractive are often perceived as more successful, sometimes more intelligent, or trustworthy even.
That's huge. That perception could open doors, couldn't it?
It really could,
Yeah.
socially, professionally. It reinforces how much impact that smile can have. First impressions matter.
Definitely. And does smiling itself make us better people or encourage positive actions?
That's an interesting idea. There's some thought that smiling can make you more inclined towards positive behaviors yourself, things like kindness or generosity.
Like a feedback loop. You smile, feel better, act better.
Sort of. And it can ripple outwards, too. Your smile and positive actions might encourage others to respond in kind. It's a small thing with potentially wide-reaching effects.
So all these benefits, confidence, less stress, better connections, mood boosts, even these potential physical and cognitive links,
Yeah.
it really makes a case for valuing your smile.
It absolutely does.
And that brings us nicely to Omni Dental of Arlington Heights. They're right at 305 E Rand Road in Arlington Heights, Illinois.
That's right. And they really focus on comprehensive care, which includes cosmetic dentistry, exactly the kind of thing that helps people achieve a smile they feel, truly great about.
They offer services like teeth whitening, implants, full smile makeovers, things that can make a real difference based on what we've been discussing.
And they serve not just Arlington Heights, but also the surrounding areas: Buffalo Grove, Palatine, Mount Prospect, Rolling Meadows, Schaumburg, Wheeling, Des Plaines, Elk Grove Village. Quite a wide area.
So if you're in that area and you've been listening and thinking, maybe improving my smile could help me feel better, more confident, like we've discussed,
Which the evidence suggests it really can.
then Omni Dental might be worth checking out. Their number is 847-483-8833, and their website has more info too. Investing in your smile, it seems, could really pay dividends in happiness and well-being.
It's clear the benefits go so much further than just aesthetics. It's deeply tied into your psychological state and even your physical health.
Absolutely. Feeling genuinely good about your smile, that can be a game changer. For your self-esteem, how you interact with people, just your overall outlook.
A true transformation for some.
So we encourage you, think about this connection for yourself. How could prioritizing your smile maybe bring some positive shifts in your own life? What part of this conversation stood out most to you? Definitely something worth exploring.